Did you want to continue to stage 3, or should we quit here?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, I feel like we're on a roll. This is working a lot better than I expected. Wait, so which one's stage? That one is stage.
Forest. Or, well, I usually go to the towers first to get the air thing.
Do you prefer the air thing?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because the forest has, like, a lot of things that require the aerial goil.
It does?
Yeah.
I feel like it requires the water goil more.
Oh, well, yeah, off the beaten path. But, I mean, you have those vines that you can use the aerial goil with.
So there are only a few points in this game where they get some good mileage out of the platforming, and I feel like that hallway is one of those points, and it's a section kind of ripped from Gargoyle's quest.
Is it? No, it actually kind of feels like it, even though I haven't played Gargoyle's quest.
Because they, like...
It just feels reused somehow.
How would I put it? Like, you're in a tight hallway and there are things sticking out of the walls. Also,
you describe Gargoyle's quest as being kind of claustrophobic, especially since it's on a tiny screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sort of doing a 180 on what the SNES was capable of. And
I feel like that feels better with Firebrand's controls, because he has no style to his movement. He stops right when you stop.
Very stiff.
He's very slow. He glides just in place.
That's nothing compared to Arma. He's dreamy.
He's dreamy?
Yeah, he's so graceful. Especially when he tries to swoop down at you. I use the breaker. Are you gonna go down tornado?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because I hate this boss.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I lost 2 health.
Yeah.
It took me forever to find that bottom path. My first
Really?
time through.
You didn't think, oh, it's a tornado, I'm gonna jump in it? Come on, use your video game logic.
The only reason I can clear any Zelda game is because someone showed me how to get through Ocarina of Time.
Oh. I think...
I can only, like...
Well... I mean the temples themselves?
Well, how to get to the temples, stuff like that, but my point is more just that, like, video game logic doesn't make sense to me until explained. And, like, I just had to be desperate and comb every screen. But I feel like in general, Demon's Crest is not that subtle about how it hides things. Or, I mean, not as subtle as you have to pick up on some background element.
Yeah, or know how to do the power up.
So
you have another hippogriff.
That's actually pretty neat that, if you think about it, the crests give you new abilities to progress, and the items you find in stages are not used for any sense of progression.
You mean like the different fire crests?
Well, you get the crests from bosses, right?
I mean the parts of the fire crest. Like the Buster is a fire power.
Yeah, but you get that from a boss, right?
Yeah, but they don't really do anything to progress the game.
They open up more items for you to find.
Oh, yeah.
So, I guess it's, I mean, maybe this isn't even worth noticing, but, in order to collect more health upgrades, you need to beat a new boss.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of a way to make the Super Metroid formula explicit, in that in Super Metroid, whenever you find an item, there's suddenly a ton of places open up, and you just gotta say, man, I need to check all of these places, and hopefully one of them is the way forward.
Oh, yeah.
But in Demon's Crest,
Demon's Crest sort of cuts that in half with the map.
exactly. You have, like, explicitly the next boss is the way forward, and explicitly you can go back to old stages to find new stuff.
Yeah.
Also, this reminds me of Spyro, come to think of it. You ever play Spyro?
No.
Oh, you free dragons from their stone trappings.
Do you headbutt them?
No, but you do talk to them, and they have, like, funny, things to say.
Oh.
Well, I'll be a dragon's uncle, or something like that.
What? Well, I mean, if your brother or sister has a child, then yeah, you're gonna be an uncle.
I am an uncle.
Does your brother or sister have a baby dragon?
No.
Oh no.
So this is like, I hate how this is hidden.
This is the dumbest place to hide anything.
But
I couldn't find it at first. I had to look up in a guide.
After finding that tornado, that was like what I was doing in the game at that point.
Yeah.
So I found it my first time through.
Oh. Well, I guess you learned your lesson. You have to go everywhere now. This seems like it shouldn't be that high.
Wait, what am I missing? Oh, you can make that.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like you could, though.
So that... Yeah, that item didn't require an ability. It just required me randomly hopping on walls. I feel like that's an aberration for this game.
Using the wall climb to get places?
To get a hidden item. Like, usually hidden items are sealed away behind a power.
Yeah, but that other one, that talisman that you just got, that was not really... That was... I mean, it was hidden away.
I needed to use the
headbutt. You didn't really need the power. The headbutt isn't really,
It's only available to, Red Goyle.
And, well...
Time Goyle.
Time and Ultimate.
Oh, yeah. I have not played with Ultimate yet. Friggin'...
Well, that's why you gotta get good with headbutt, and then Ultimate Goyle will grace you with his headbutting skills.
Is that why there's a headbutting test to get it?
Yeah. Like only the most ultimate demons can get. You have to be good at headbutting.
Beavis and Headbutt.
It's like their final exam. Alright, you finished the essay portion. Now you gotta go over this roll and headbutt skulls.
It's pretty annoying how this guy flies at the speed that I can walk.
Why is that annoying?
Because, well, actually, he flies a little faster.
Faster, yeah. He seems to fly at different speed, depending on how close you are to him. If you're further away, he'll sort of just cruise.
He compensates.
But if you're right beneath him, he'll just try and grab you. I wonder if he's using the Wind Crest for that. But then he uses it in a later battle.
I don't know, I'll ask.
Hey, Mr. Arma. How many crests do you have?
Why is he green?
Because he has the Wind Crest.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because he was Gatsby.
I don't get it.
So the point about his flying speed is that, like, bosses in this game have so little margin for error, but also they move so slowly that you can see yourself getting hit seconds before you get hit.
Yeah, so
like,
it's very predictable. Like, if you're gonna get hit if something goes wrong.
And that lends proceedings a certain amount of frustration. Although maybe, like, you just need to be more imaginative. Like, I didn't think to jump over him last time.
Yeah, you gotta jump. I think that at every moment there is something you can do to avoid getting hurt.
Well, oh, you mean even if I react late I could
No,
do
no,
something.
no. You have to react at the right time. I'm just saying that.
Every attack is dodgeable, yeah.
Yes. There's no. There's no impossible difficulty here.
I mean, this is Super Nintendo Capcom. I would expect no less, and it would be pretty horrendous otherwise.
Still, you gotta endure dodging everything and wait for the right moments to hit.
So that seemed like... I mean, I could have gone faster if I was a little more daring, but also... that's still... That wasn't too long, was it? Or maybe I'm just getting used to it?
It felt long for me, but I think when you're in the heat of the moment, time goes by faster.
You know I have the Crest of Air. Into a gargoyle. What is a gargoyle?
I thought you were a demon.
Give me a gargoyles reference here.
I've never watched Gargoyles.
Oh man.
I've avoided Disney pretty much for all of my childhood.
So...
Except for Pixar.
Oh, that's a different discussion. What's also neat about this... Well, okay.
Now it's easier to dodge these things.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot easier. Look at how easy it is.
Well, it still takes some skill.
Yeah, I think that section is like, it's supposed to make you appreciate your new power.
Yeah, this is the only time I don't mind backtracking to the entire level.
But, do you think players would go in the tornado first, that they would come back and appreciate that section? Because it feels like the tornado is
No,
like...
the tornado seems like, the secret path, even though it is required.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of confusing.
Yeah, egg oil is not too satisfying when you just gotta wait for those things.
No, you gotta wait for them anyway.
I kinda like how his wings are...
His wings are on his arms now.
Yeah. Ow.
Wingull is good here though because, you know,
You can fly around a whole bunch.
and those die in one hit with his air breath.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a jerk move, that they give you one enemy that you can only destroy with Breaker.
Yeah.
Well, unless you attack from behind.
Yeah.
And also, he doesn't get affected by the wind, that's neat.
Yeah. That hobo demon remarks that.
Oh. It took me a moment to figure out who you meant.
How many hobo demons are there?
Well, I couldn't think of one.
Oh.
Man, I'm terrible. So what do you make of the fact that going up is mapped to A?
It's like the headbutt button.
Yeah, it's like the distinct ability button.
Yeah.
Is this guy weak to anything?
No, just use air goyle.
Gross. Do you know how much damage Egg Oil's attack does?
I think it actually varies from enemy to enemy. Sometimes it does a lot, sometimes it does none.
That's fantastic. I kind of want to try Ground Goyle because of his famed double attack power, but I don't think I could ever hit him. Unless I stand on him.
Oh. Oh man, I've never thought to try this.
It's so experimental, I know. It's
This
working
is
out
cool.
fantastically.
Hold on.
This is too fast!
Flyer rodeo.
It feels like that would be like the satisfying, skilled way to play it, but it also feels like the impossible way to play it. So these enemies are just placed in an arbitrary maze, right?
Yeah. Either a maze or you just bust through them.
And I feel like generally I don't get any, enemies are just kind of in a level and I don't get any sense for how they're placed. Unless it's like that first portion where the... Oh!
Oh no, I ain't gonna...
Is there any way to exit?
No, you gotta either kill yourself or just... I don't know. Kill yourself.
Man. That's not even the right gargoyle. Alright, I guess we'll have to edit this part out.
That tornado's still open for business. Oh, all the way back. See, this is why I don't like how you can't backtrack. It's like Kirby's in the Amazing Mirror. There are certain doors that you can't backtrack.
That game is so annoying with, are you familiar with the term sawtoothing?
No, I never heard of it.
So, you know that, what a sawtooth looks like, right? It's
Yeah.
a triangle incline followed by a sharp, steep, basically a vertical line downward.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And so the idea is that you go up the incline, and you go over the edge, and then you can't make it back up to where that ledge was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. So yeah, you're making progress, and you go off a different path, but you can't get back to where you started.
Right.
Ugh.
It was interesting the context in which I learned about it, because it was posted, the definition was posted to Sonic Retro, because they were talking about how, it's kind of annoying when Sonic games want you to explore, but they sawtooth you, so you can't explore if you do it in the wrong order. But the guy who posted it was talking about first-person shooters and how they use sawtoothing to make sure you don't get lost. Basically to cut off exploration where exploration is inappropriate.
Yeah, they pretty much guide the player. Because playtesters get lost.
That's focus testing?
Yeah. They're paid to get lost.
Sonic Lost World?
Well, I think you're already lost if you buy that game.
Oh, no. This boss.
Yeah.
Is there any good way to fight him?
No, I just tolerate him.
Yeah, he shows up
And
at least twice.
I make sure to offer him drinks at least once.
Does he like eggnog?
I don't think he can hold it. You gotta, give him a puddle. He'll probably use some kind of proboscis.
Wait, why did he... He must be weak to Air Goyle's attack, because that took,
Yeah, he is, probably.
a million nanoseconds, which is very short. You got the piece of fire crest called Claw. Be prepared never to use it.
Yeah. Claws are really useless.
Is there anything I can get with Air Goyle in 1 or 2?
In 3, you can cut some branches. Or vines. Oh no, wait, you can beat the boss with it. The boss is weak to it in 3.